The SEC's Enforcement Division is more focused than ever on targeting financial reporting and issuer disclosure violations. First, the SEC is bringing more cases in this area than it was a few years ago, and it's investigating more matters than it has in several years. The SEC's reported data shows that in 2014 it brought 40% more cases than it did in 2013, and the numbers from 2015 show another 40% increase year over year. These are significant increases, and they reflect a definite trend. The types of cases range across industries from technology, oil and gas, banking and financial services, placement services, health services, and manufacturing. And they also range in size from relatively minor disclosure cases to a $190 million settlement that included multiple individuals. Second, in a bit of a break from the past, the SEC is focusing on cases involving only internal controls violations. This year, in fact, the agency's brought several cases that involve only books and records and internal controls claims. These cases involve no proof of intent or even negligence. This enforcement policy has made the books and records and internal controls provision essentially strict liability provisions. Third, the SEC is committed to bringing cases against individuals. Now, this isn't entirely new, but the focus on individuals seems to have ramped up recently. For instance, a few weeks ago, in a 2-day period, the SEC filed 4 accounting fraud cases and named high-level individuals in every one, including an audit committee chair, a CEO, a CFO, the director of accounting, a former U.S. attorney, and the national partners of a major audit firm. And in the most egregious cases, the SEC coordinates with the Department of Justice to bring criminal charges against individuals, as it did in several of the cases it brought this year. The DOJ, Department of Justice, recently issued new guidance to prosecutors nationwide that reinforced its goal of targeting individuals in criminal prosecutions. For companies, boards, and executives, this presents challenges. It's easy to engage in second guessing when it comes to accounting because most of the important areas are subject to management judgment, and sometimes, frankly, that judgment turns out to be imperfect. The focus of companies and boards must continue to be on internal controls. This really can't be overstated. Good controls can prevent fraud and accounting errors, or at least allow companies to detect these kind of problems earlier. Companies and management must be diligent in not only designing and implementing realistic internal controls, but also in adhering to them. In addition, companies must be vigilant in encouraging whistleblowers to report internally. This is true in all areas of compliance, but really it's especially true when it comes to financial reporting and disclosure controls. And when a whistleblower reports to the government first, companies need to be extra vigilant to avoid retaliating against the whistleblower or even taking action that could be seen as retaliating against them.